Hi and welcome to another video. In this lesson, I'm going to show you another indicator that you probably didn't know about, which is called the alligator. So if you open your MetaTrader and if you go to indicators, go to Bill Williams. These are indicators that were created by Bill Williams, one of the most famous indicator creators, right? So he created a lot of indicators, and one of those indicators is called the alligator. So you select the alligator and you are going to see it have some settings here, right? So these settings, you just need to keep it as they are for this strategy, right? So if we had something more than this strategy, I would tell you how this was created, but you can go and research that at your own time. But for now, you just leave everything as you find it as it is, right? So you can see that if you put this indicator, you are going to have three of these lines right here. So if you go back to properties, right, if you go to colors, you are going to see that the jaws, there's this line called the jaws, right, which is simply some kind of moving average and their shift, right? So you can see here just kind of moving averages and some shift, right? So the jaws is the blue line here. So let me make this one a little bit bigger, and then the teeth is the red one here, and then we have the lips, sorry. So we have the jaws, teeth, and lips. These things move together, right? Is lime here, and then we click OK. Now we can see that it is just as our moving averages. If these indicators are lined as this, we have the jaws above here, followed by if you have the jaws here, and we have the teeth here, and we have the lips here, and they are moving to the downside like this, what do you think? We are likely in a downtrend. So today's video is sponsored by Fastbull.com. I mean, Fastbull.com is just a one-stop shop for all your trading needs. They provide daily AI-generated trading signals to help you find the best opportunities in the market. You can also check out their economic calendar to stay on top of your important news and events that can impact the prices, so you know if you want to be in or out of the market. So make sure to check them out at fastbull.com or use the link in the description or pinned comment below. So what this does is it shows you, number one, the trend. Number two, it shows you potential reversals, right? So let me explain the strategy in very simple terms, right? So the strategy, you've got conditions. So let's start off by writing up the conditions here. So conditions of the strategy is that we want to see the alligator aligned. The alligators aligned to one direction, right? And these alligators are always aligned to one direction. But if they are moving to the downside, this is a down. Oh, sorry. If they are moving to the downside, right? If the alligators are moving to the downside, we are in a downtrend. If they are showing to the upside, we are in an uptrend. And if the market is also below here, if they are showing to the downside, and if the market is also below, you are there in a downtrend. But say, as you can see on these alligators, is that they are always moving like this. So if the market is in a downtrend, they will be above the market and they will be moving to the downside direction, right? So the next thing that you want to do is you want the market. So the next second condition that you want, right? So this is the first condition. The next condition that you want is you want the market. So condition number 2, you want the market to reverse into the alligator. So if you want the market to reverse into the alligator, and then you also want to see the market breaking below the previous zone. So just like our previous strategy, it's very easy to understand. Let me show you. First of all, let's take a look at this, a lot of examples that were here. So first of all, we want to see the price being below all the alligators, right? And the alligators are showing you they are moving to the downside direction, just like this. They are going to the downside here, and in their order, right? And we see the market pulling back into the alligators, but not closing above the last alligator, which is the jaws. So we want the market to pull back here and then start moving down, and then we are marking this zone as our zone, right? So by this zone, I specifically mean this line here. Let me do this. If you see where these candles closed in the last time, right? We want to see the market, the next candle that close here, it needs to close below all this body of these candles at the first part right here, right? So here you want this candle to close below here, and then you sell. Once you sell here, you can put your stop loss above this this lip alligator, or above the breakout candle, or above these two candlesticks. Sorry, these two lines, this first one here, the teeth and the lip, right? So this is when you get into a trade. And for your take profit, we said we are going to be going with 1:1 to 1.5 for the strategies that I'm showing you at this point. So the take profit, if this is 20 pips, this needs to be 30 pips. If you are risking $10 here, you need to make $15. That way, after a long period of time, you are going to make money. And this strategy will give you a lot of opportunities. If you look at another example that happened right here, another example, market pulls down, pushes back into the alligator. Now it's going down. It breaks below this zone. We get a winning trade. Another example here, market down, push up, push down, another sell trade here, another winning trade, until the market reverses. When it was going up, same thing happens. Pulls up, pull back into the alligator, goes up, this candle breaks above the zone, and then we buy, and then the market continues going up. So you can see this is a simple strategy, but you just need to have patience and wait for what for your end reasons to come. You can even looking at this, you can see that we have a lot of winning opportunities right here. So here's an example that you want to ignore. So here you can see market pushes down, pushes up, but before it goes to break here, it goes above here to close above the alligators. And then here, this was not going to be a trade. Of course, you were going to sell here, it drops, but this was not going to be a valid trade because we have the market closing above the bigger alligator. All right, very simple strategy, guys. If you really practice this one and the first one, you can get some serious good profits in the market. Let me show you one last example before we move forward to the next one. So here you can see the market pushes lower, and then it goes up here, and then you can see it goes into these alligators, and they are impaired and looking to the downside, right? So now we are marking this zone, waiting for the candle that comes and break, which is this next candle. We sell our stop loss above the breakout candle, and our take profit is down below here. Maybe here it wasn't going to be hit right away, but we are in profits already, and we are still looking likely to keep going to the downside because we still have gap between these alligators, right? So That is exactly how you use the alligator and the breakout of the market structure to capture some good and strong moves. And these moves are good for you because the market doesn't waste much of the time here, because the market breaks out from a zone, it's most likely to push faster away from that zone. So that's the second strategy that I wanted to add: indicators. Let's